Let's get started with our first news. Terence Crawford has fired back at Ilya after the UFC star boldly claimed he could defeat both Crawford and Shakur Stevenson in potential boxing crossover fights. Those comments quickly grabbed attention across the combat sports world, especially because Ilya made them with complete confidence. However, after watching Ilya suffer his first professional defeat during the White House event, Crawford made it clear that he was not impressed. He even mocked the performance on social media, leading Conor to defend Ilya online. Speaking about the situation, Crawford explained that Ilya's earlier comments felt disrespectful because they completely overlooked the years of dedication required to master boxing. Crawford said he would never enter the MMA world and claimed he could easily choke out elite fighters because he understands how difficult their sport truly is. In his view, respect between combat sports should go both ways. Crawford also revealed that this was the first time he had watched Ilya compete from start to finish, and unfortunately his first impression was far from impressive. He pointed out that Ilya had confidently claimed he would knock him out. Despite Crawford believing there is a massive gap between elite boxing and MMA striking, Crawford reminded everyone that he has been boxing since the age of 7 and has spent decades perfecting every aspect of his craft. Because of that experience, he believes there is nothing Ilya could show him inside a boxing ring that he has not already seen before. Looking back at the fight itself, Crawford said he was surprised by how much praise Ilya had received. He watched Ilya repeatedly get caught with simple jabs and 1-2 combinations throughout the contest and questioned what all the excitement was about. While he admitted Ilya landed some solid body shots and continued pressing forward aggressively, Crawford ultimately believed that straightforward style was not enough. And in the end, Ilya lost. Move on to another news. Kamaru Usman is fully locked in for his massive middleweight showdown against Du Plessis, making it clear that this is a serious run toward the 185-pound title. Inspired by Justin Gaethje's incredible late career success, Usman believes there is still plenty left in the tank, and he is determined to write his own championship comeback story. The former welterweight king understands exactly how difficult this challenge will be, but he is already preparing the right strategy to deal with Du Plessis's awkward, unpredictable, and relentless fighting style. On the other side, Du Plessis has made it clear that he has no interest in facing another striker at this stage. After defeating Sean Strickland twice, he believes there is nothing left to prove against stand-up specialists. Instead, he wants to silence critics who continue questioning his wrestling and grappling abilities. That is exactly why he targeted Usman, a former champion with elite wrestling credentials, a victory over Sean Strickland, and a highly competitive fight against Khamzat. For Du Plessis, this represents the ultimate test of his complete skill set. Speaking about his preparation, Usman explained that his confidence comes from years of training alongside some of the toughest fighters in the sport. He reflected on his days at the Blackzilians gym, where he regularly worked with world-class athletes from multiple weight divisions, each bringing completely different styles and challenges. According to Usman, that experience forced him to constantly adapt and improve. He also recalled the philosophy taught by Henry Cejudo during sparring sessions. Everyone was encouraged to train with everyone else, regardless of size, height, weight, or style. The purpose was never to hurt one another, but to gain valuable experience against every possible type of opponent. Training with larger, smaller, faster, slower, and more unorthodox fighters helped prepare them for any situation inside the octagon. Usman believes those years of experience have shaped him into the competitor he is today. Now he plans to rely on that knowledge, remain calm under pressure, and trust his instincts when he finally steps into the cage against Du Plessis. Text. Move on to another news. Islam Makhachev has sent bold shockwaves through the MMA world after his coach, Javier Mendez, revealed a surprising conversation about the champion's future. While many fans expected Islam to continue dominating for years, Mendez says the lightweight king is already thinking seriously about retirement, despite still being at the very top of the sport. Speaking to the Russian outlet Low Kick MMA, Mendez was discussing the future plans of Team Khabib when the topic shifted to Islam's long-term goals. That is when he revealed that Islam has a clear timeline in mind and does not plan to fight deep into his late 30s. According to Mendes, Islam recently told him that he intends to retire around his 34th birthday. The current plan is for Islam to have one final major run before stepping away from active competition. That includes his upcoming official welterweight title defense against Ian Gary in August. Mendes explained that Islam specifically wanted a challenge against a tall, natural welterweight, the kind of opponent many people would consider a difficult stylistic matchup. From Islam's perspective, defeating a top contender at 170 pounds would be the perfect of bold way to end his career and strengthen his legacy as a champion who conquered 2 divisions. Text. Mendes also shared more details about the mindset within Team Khabib. He said they view the age of 35 as a special number, believing that active competition should generally end around that point. He noted that Khabib himself retired before turning 35, and that philosophy has clearly influenced Islam as well. Text. According to Mendes, the decision is not about money or a lack of opportunities. He emphasized that Islam is already financially secure and has been smart with his earnings throughout his career. Because of that, there is no pressure to keep fighting longer than he wants to. For many fans, the most surprising part of this revelation is that Islam is discussing retirement while still being considered one of the best pound-for-pound fighters on the planet. Instead of waiting until decline forces him out, he appears focused on leaving the sport on his own terms, with one final statement victory that could define the closing chapter of an already bold legendary career. Move on to another news. Conor says he is completely focused on his long-awaited return at UFC 329, where he is set to face Max Holloway in one of the most anticipated rematches in recent memory. According to Conor, everything about this training camp has gone exactly as planned. He revealed that he feels amazing both physically and mentally, adding that his team has left absolutely nothing to chance during preparation. Unlike many fighters who constantly post training clips and updates on social media, Conor believes real confidence comes from working in silence and proving everything inside the octagon on fight night. Even with that confidence, Conor made it clear that he is not taking Holloway lightly. He acknowledged that danger will be present throughout the fight and stressed that his entire team is fully aware of the threat Max brings. Every aspect of Holloway's game has been studied carefully throughout camp, and Conor insists they are preparing for every possible scenario once the cage door closes. When asked whether he expects another dominant performance like their first meeting, Conor refused to underestimate his opponent. He explained that he will be ready whether the contest turns into a technical battle or an all-out war. If the fight becomes a brutal test of endurance, he believes he has the experience and creativity to deliver another masterpiece inside the octagon. Conor also spoke about why he enjoys rematches so much. In his opinion, they create a unique atmosphere because the story has already been established. The rivalry becomes deeper, the tension grows stronger, and fans naturally compare both athletes to see how much they have changed since the first encounter. He believes those elements make rematches some of the biggest attractions in combat sports. However, when asked directly if Holloway has improved since their first fight, Conor gave an incredibly short and confident response. He simply said that he does not care. Regardless of how much Holloway may have evolved over the years, Conor's attention remains fixed on his own performance rather than his opponent's progress. Meanwhile, newly crowned lightweight champion Justin Gaethje will be watching the main event very closely from cageside. Although he suffered a dramatic last-second knockout loss to Holloway at UFC 300, Justin admitted he has no interest in running that fight back. Instead, his focus appears to be shifting toward Conor, making this massive rematch even more important for the future of the lightweight division. A victory could completely reshape the title picture and set the stage for another huge blockbuster showdown. Move on to another news. Ian Gary has made another bold statement ahead of the biggest fight of his career, confidently declaring that he is only one victory away from becoming the most successful Irish fighter in UFC history. Speaking during a Matchroom talent agency press conference, Gary explained that his mission has always been much bigger than personal success. He wants to inspire the next generation of Irish MMA athletes and bring the UFC back to Ireland for another historic event. Reflecting on the incredible atmosphere created by Irish sports fans, Gary spoke about packed stadiums and the unmatched passion shown by supporters across the country. He believes Ireland has always embraced its athletes, and now he wants to reward those fans by leading the UFC back to Dublin. According to Gary, Irish fans deserve another major event, and he wants to be the man who makes it happen. Gary also pointed out that he has proudly carried the Irish MMA flag for years. With another victory, he says he will reach 11 UFC wins, officially surpassing Conor for the most victories by an Irish fighter inside the promotion. That milestone would represent another huge achievement in his career and strengthen his belief that he is the next superstar of Irish mixed martial arts. He made it clear that this is only the beginning of his journey. Gary wants to lead the second wave of Irish MMA and continue building the sport's popularity back home. Whether the UFC returns to Croke Park, Dublin, or any other major venue across the country, he believes the Irish fans have earned another unforgettable night of fights. Looking ahead to his massive UFC 330 showdown against Islam Makhachev, Gary also revealed an interesting approach to how he wants the fight to unfold. Rather than scoring a quick knockout, he actually prefers a longer contest. In his opinion, an early finish would leave room for critics to make excuses or question the outcome. Instead, Gary wants to dominate the fight for 4 full rounds before securing the finish in the 4th. He believes that type of performance would remove every doubt about who the better fighter truly is. Gary even claimed he plans to tell everyone exactly when the finish is coming before making it happen. According to him, he will patiently lure Islam into his traps, control every exchange, and then deliver a devastating finish that leaves absolutely no questions about his superiority inside the octagon. Move on to another news. Jon Jones has publicly apologized to Alex Pereira after many fans believed he was mocking the former champion, following his defeat to Cyril Gane on the White House card. Shortly after the fight, Jones uploaded a viral video of himself wearing a goat necklace, and many people interpreted the post as a direct shot at Pereira after his loss. The clip quickly spread across social media, leading fans to believe Jones was celebrating while taking aim at one of the sport's biggest stars. However, during a recent interview with Red Corner MMA, Jones cleared the air and insisted that his message had nothing to do with Pereira. According to Jones, the video was actually directed at the critics, who had claimed Pereira would surpass him in the greatest of all time conversation if he captured another world title. Jones explained that before the fight, many people were saying Pereira would officially become the GOAT by winning a 3rd championship, and his response was aimed solely at those opinions. Jones made it clear that he has nothing but respect for Pereira and never intended to insult him. He even brought up a personal moment that strengthened his respect for the Brazilian. After the passing of Jones's brother, Pereira honored his family by holding a moment of silence, something Jones said he deeply appreciated and would never forget. Because of that gesture, he wanted Pereira to know that there was absolutely no disrespect behind the viral video. Jones also shared his thoughts on why Pereira struggled against Cyril Gane. In his opinion, Pereira entered the fight carrying too much weight. He believes Pereira would have performed much better around 230 to 35 pounds instead of competing closer to 250. According to Jones, the extra size reduced Pereira's speed, affected his timing, and made him hesitate during important moments of the fight. Jones explained that hesitation can be one of the worst feelings a fighter experiences. He described moments when an athlete knows exactly what technique should be thrown but freezes instead of reacting. Jones admitted he has experienced that feeling himself during training and believed Pereira was dealing with the same problem throughout the contest. He also praised Cyril Gane's performance, pointing to his southpaw stance, speed, power, and unpredictable movement as major factors behind the victory. Jones believes those qualities created the perfect challenge for Pereira, preventing him from building any momentum and ultimately leading to his defeat inside the octagon. Move on to another news. Ilya appears to have made an incredible recovery only 2 weeks after suffering the first defeat of his professional career at UFC Freedom 250. A newly shared video has quickly gone viral after showing the former champion looking completely healthy, with no visible bruises, cuts, or swelling remaining on his face. The footage was uploaded by Ilya's hairstylist, Luis Blessin, and immediately caught the attention of fans across the MMA community. Many supporters were surprised by how quickly Ilya appeared to heal after absorbing significant damage during his battle with Justin Gaethje. Because of the punishment he took inside the octagon, several fans questioned whether the footage had actually been recorded after the fight or if it was an older video. Those doubts were later addressed when the Instagram page Cage Culture shared a direct message exchange with Luis Blessin. According to the conversation, Blessin confirmed that the video was indeed filmed after Ilya's fight against Justin Gaethje. That confirmation quickly ended speculation and highlighted just how fast the former champion has recovered from the physical effects of the contest. Although Ilya appears to be back in excellent condition physically, he will still have to wait before making his return to competition. Following the loss, he received a 6-month medical suspension, meaning fans are not expected to see him back inside the octagon until early 2027. Despite the setback, excitement surrounding Ilya's future remains extremely high. A potential rematch with Justin Gaethje is already being discussed, and many fans believe the second meeting could be even bigger than their first encounter. With Ilya expected to spend the coming months improving his game and making adjustments after his first career defeat, the anticipation continues to build. If the rematch becomes official, it would give Ilya the opportunity to prove he has learned from the loss and show why he was considered one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport. After recovering so quickly and already looking completely healthy, all attention now turns toward his eventual return and what could be one of the biggest comeback stories in recent MMA history.